Okocha Nibuemo.
Okocha Nibuemo. And the moment Sunday Mba scored,
Mba still going, it's in! Sunday Mba! Nigeria breakthrough 6 minutes before half time.
I ran outside the gate, and people had also come out from their houses. They were outside the gate. We were hugging ourselves. I have never met these people before. So this is young Dalington, and Chukwudalu, sorry, I think you were introducing yourself.
Yeah, Chukwudalu from Five Aside podcast.
Yeah.
I know Chisom knows about my football podcast.
I think you guys are doing fantastic work there. The thing I love about the podcast is you just started and just started talking football, right? Like you just went into it. And then I noticed that most recently you were going out to like the places where the matches were being played and interviewing people. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like?
It's been a learning experience because I know I talk football a lot, but it's a whole different thing actually going outside and like talking to strangers and interviewing people. There's one thing being in a podcast situation, like in a room, in your house, talking to people that you're used to, and then randomly walking up to a stranger and being like, "Hey, how far? What do you think about this? What do you think about that?"
Well, when I was watching it, I noticed there were different energies among some of the people that you had interviewed. So, was there any particular person that surprised you, either in a good way or in a bad way?
This is the World Cup now. You're having people from different countries.
Come
by and everything.
Uh-huh.
What has surprised me the most is how ready English fans are to talk. I think they're more used to it. I like to talk with English people, especially with football. The Americans too. I think Americans are getting more and more into the game. What we call ball knowledge might not be as knowledgeable in that sense, but they're always ready to talk.
Yeah.
Asians too are interesting.
I think there's an American culture of thing. Once something is sport and it's loud enough for the world to hear it, Americans are interested in it.
Yeah. Also, it would have been nice if I could speak multiple languages, because Mexicans speak.
Oh,
be ready to talk.
Actually, there was a video I saw where were you speaking Spanish?
I tried. I was using the Google Translate thing. It was a big fail. There's one thing reading out the Spanish word, but actually know how to pronounce it.
God. I saw that video. This is the video. I saw a video. I don't know if it was I know you had a phone, so I figured that you were looking at something. But they understood you, Sha. They understood what you were saying.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Turns out when someone translated for me, one of the guys was actually saying that he was not Colombian. He's actually Ecuadorian. I just assumed he was Colombian. He was from Ecuador.
Wow.
But they're wearing Colombian jerseys, so I just thought they were all Colombian. So I was trying to speak.
Oh boy.
Who they are goats. Yeah, man. It's been fun.
The funny thing about the English people is that, just like you said, this is what they do. They love football. Yeah. Like if I'm walking outside, somebody can just walk up to me and be like, start asking me random questions about football. They love it. They don't need you to have a microphone. They don't need you to set a camera on it. They just love talking about football, morning, afternoon, night. They love it,
and it's a cultural thing for the English, right?
Yeah.
And I think what drove this home for me was, have you watched this Ted Lasso series?
I watched the season 1.
Oh,
no, I don't think
you've not watched
it.
You need to watch it.
No.
You need to watch Ted Lasso. It's hilarious and it's about football. So I will not spoil it for you, but what it did is it's because the guy started with a small club. It showed me how they're the football traditions, how the thing is just inside their bloodstream. It's not even about that your team is big. It's not about Manchester. It's not about Aston Villa. It's just about if you were born in Blackburn, wherever, whatever city surrounds that you're a Blackburn and you're a diehard.
You're a diehard fan.
Honestly,
it doesn't matter whether they go to Division Cure. You follow them there.
That's real football love,
bro.
That's football love for you.
I respect that, and I think it's even also exactly, and I think that also, I think the biggest part of it, which maybe translates to why you had this experience, Chukwudalu, is the media is also part of the culture. Of course, media is part of culture, but I think England is where I've seen football transcend all the levels of culture. almost at a high level, if not at the same level. So in their culture, in of course the quality of the football, it's at the top. In
number one,
knowledge of football, even among old people on the road or the smallest boys. Like, have you seen those interviews where it's one small boy like this, like a 5-year-old, he's shouting, Harry Kane, it's a white cat. And you can see the guy is so pissed. The guy is so pissed off, he's crying and he's shouting at the same time.
They are so passionate. They are so passionate about
passion.
And they're old people. They're oldies, like having conversation like Paul Gascoigne, this and that.
Because they know the history.
It's deep. Yeah. It's very deep.
And then the media.
That's actually why I feel so bad for them. Like there's no major trophy. They've not won major trophy for a very long period of time. So I feel so bad for them.
Which is
so bad though.
Let's say the truth.
No, I respect them.
Definitely respect them. But you would wonder why the country that is this, like even Brazil, right? When you look at culture, yes, people, passion, the game. But once you get to something like media, for example, it doesn't go global like that, right? Like even in Argentina, like if I ask you what are the top 3 teams in the Argentinian league, you say Boca Juniors. Maybe if you know River Plate, but like who knows any other ones, right? But if you go to that country or meet anyone from there, they know. But for England, even people that don't know football, like my wife, for example, that doesn't have any idea what football, they can mention Chelsea, they can mention Arsenal, they can mention Manchester United. So it goes across. And you would wonder why a country like that has not won a major trophy.
The thing is, I think they had help. You need to understand that when it comes to sport, their media is dominated by American companies. If you look deep into it. Most of their big medias that push this football thing that you hear globally, it's majorly American companies. And in case you don't know, most of their big clubs are owned by Americans. So it's about where the money goes. You understand? So
I see.
If that kind of investment goes to Brazil, trust me, Brazilian league is going to be very, very big because they have quality players, they have quality clubs. Do you understand? Sky Sports, CBS, all these things are American-owned companies. Liverpool, Manchester, Tottenham. Okay, no, I think Tottenham is owned by Jewish.
I mean, Arsenal is owned by American.
No, I think Arsenal is. I think Arsenal is American as well.
Yeah, they have the same people that own the football team, American football team. I don't remember
exactly.
Right now.
So I think it's funding. They had that opportunity and they capitalized on it. So. And the way it is now is so big that no investor wants to leave. No investor is going to leave. More investors are going to be coming in.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, that quality is there for sure. But same as in the Brazil, same as the French league, same as the Spanish league. But the Premier League has been probably the biggest media behemoth for years now.
Yeah.
Like for because of investments, Americans have money. We all know that. So their investments coming from them too. Has been surpassed Serie A since early 2000s.
Yeah, for a very long time now.
Which makes even massive respect for what Beckham is trying to do with the Miami club here. With the investing back in football in America. Oh no, we've always said American football now in the league.
The league is a big part of it. Like having your league becoming such a superpower. Eventually, I know we're talking about England, but they're getting closer. For a while now, they've gotten multiple semi-finals, both in the Euros, the World Cup. Soon they're going to win it because we can't deny the fact that they have a lot of talent right now. For good reason, they're one of the best teams in the world, best national teams in the world. I know you kind of almost segues into African football because
yes, exactly. I was going to say perfect segue. I would like us to talk about the World Cup, right? Like for context, right now, all the African teams have dropped. We're in the quarterfinals now. At the time of recording this and all the African teams have dropped off. There's so much that I have so many questions about the why and even the how that they dropped off. But I want to just go back and start from our background and our foundation, right? I want to even see if we can explore why Africans even like football, because I don't even know that we can say, is this something that is our culture or not? Because I was discussing with a friend of mine very recently. He's in England too. We were actually discussing while I think the DRC game was playing, or one of those. And he said that how you watch football is dictated by how it was watched where you grew up. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, that actually makes sense. So I want to throw it to you guys. How was football watched or experienced where you grew up? Where did you grow up? How was it experienced? And how you think that has formed how you interact with football right now? Young Dalington is first.
Yeah, so I grew up in Enugu State, of course, and inside the village.
Yeah.
So, and back then, I think my first experience with watching international football was Atlanta. I was very small then, Atlanta 96, just in a black and white television. So that was my first experience of watching football. And I think that was the first time that I got interested in football because of the excitement. Nigeria won the match that night, that early morning. Because of the excitement, because of I was a young child, and the way people were jumping up about it was so I could not imagine it. And after Nigeria won the match, I came outside, and people were dancing and playing ogene all everywhere in the village. I was like, wow. So now growing up, and then it went to club football. I started watching club football as at 2005. That was when I officially started watching club.
Still in Enugu?
And then, yes.
Okay.
Then in Enugu.
Okay.
That was when I became a Barcelona fan.
Okay.
The first. So that's just what football does to you, and that's why I agree with what the guy said. So the first match that I watched was a Barcelona match. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was the person that made me to love Barcelona, and ever since then,
I can't argue.
I became a Barcelona fan, right? So now this is where, how, and where you watch football starts to shape the way you watch football.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I've always been that person that loves the artistic part of football. The not just play a pass, score goal. No, I want that possession football. I want you to be able to entertain me. I want to be happy, not just winning. I want you to entertain me. So that's how I've always watched football up till now. Also, let's not take away the part where we've always admired countries like Argentina, not because they've always been in form, but because of what the name they've made for themselves. So Maradona has created that name. Whenever you hear Argentina, you be like, oh my God, Pele for Brazil. Paraguay, I know when Paraguay was very dangerous and all that. Czech Republic, Pavel Nedved, all those people. So whenever I hear
Paraguay, Santa Cruz.
Yes. Yeah. Whenever I hear that Nigeria is going to play any of these countries, one panic, like a panic of whatever just comes from nowhere. It doesn't even matter if this team is in form. Nigeria might be in form, but it doesn't matter. Do you understand? So I think that's the direction that football took me.
What about the part? Because when you said the village now, the thing that came to me when you were talking about enjoyment of it, I remember going into these places, and first of all, they are watching it in public places, because a lot of people might not have TVs that are connected to channels where you can watch those games.
Yes.
And so it's almost like you go to these bars out of necessity because there's no other place to watch it. But then it's in those bars that you now see with bottles of beer, people are now shouting. And then at some point you realize that you don't know how to watch football by yourself inside your house. You have to go outside to really enjoy it. Was that similar to your experience learning it in the village?
So for me, I think it was always about the match in question. I've always felt very comfortable. Yeah, I had this uncle that I was going to his place to watch match. So it could just be me and him, and of course his family, and we just watch match. But whenever it is Real Madrid and Barcelona, there's no way I'm watching it in his house. I'm going to the bar. You understand? I'm going to the bar because that's where I want all the shouting, the banter and everything, because that's the sweetness of football. That's where I want all the banter and everything. I just go straight to the bar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Chukwudalu?
I think I really like your story, Darlington. So mine is a bit similar but different as well, because I grew up always listening to the song "When Nigeria Be Brazil." When Nigeria be Brazil. I think that song. I'm not sure what it was, but I didn't watch the game, even though I watched it on YouTube.
But that was the Atlanta 96 game, right?
Yes. Yeah. The way, we kind of and everything. In fact, I think I even concocted my own image of the game self in my brain.
Bro.
Kanwa called it Karamesi.
Even though there was so, and it makes sense because there were so many songs about it, there were so many videos about it. Like, even if you did not know there was a game, if you see a clip, you'll be able to remember you saw this clip somewhere.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
Like it was Canon was the myth for me. Like mythology.
Bro.
Was Canon culture. Like
do you know that video where Canon danced like this around the flag? That's like this. Do you know that I recognized that image before I knew it was about Atlanta? Before I knew what competition or what game it was about.
Yeah, I think it's the same. I think it's the same with me.
Mm-hmm. So, like growing up, knowing of that history, like I was always excited to watch football, even when I was tiny. I know I used to always go to my neighbor's house because they were big football fans as well. So that's kind of where I used to go watch the match and also like play PS2. My other friends. I was thinking, I don't know if you know Kena the money. I used to always try to watch football with them whenever I could.
Yeah.
But in terms of how your environment shapes how you watch it, I do agree a lot because I also enjoy watching it with people who are interested in it. Like back home, my dad watched football, but not to the level I wanted, not the level I saw my neighbors or my cousins watch it at. So I always try to watch with them as much as I could. And then we cannot take out the secondary school impact as well. As going to school, especially that banter and wanting to make sure you watch the game, so you have content, you have to back up your player, your team. That was very, very important. That banter part of football was very, very important. If I watch football, I'm not able to express myself in one way.
You feel like you didn't watch it?
Yeah, I feel like I didn't watch it, so I needed to always do that. In terms of how I became because I also grew up like adoring and like wanting to be like a culture, like the dribbling and everything. Culture was. And my mom used to always tell the story about like when I was like little kid, I would go to our sit house and start singing Okocha ni buemo,
Okocha ni buemo.
Bottle this thing, like Ukuchi bottle, just play. I'm like this, they dribble everybody. That was something that really influenced the kind of players I ended up liking. That's also why I really like Ronaldinho. Funny fun fact, actually. I'm an Arsenal fan now, but going into the 2006 Champions League final, I was a Ronaldinho fan. I was not a club fan. I was a Ronaldinho fan. I watched that game specifically to watch him. That's kind of when you say a team lost a match, but they won your heart. That's when I started kind of supporting Arsenal. Arsenal actually became my Premier League team before I realized that anytime Arsenal play Barca, it looked like I wanted Arsenal to win deep down. That's how I knew I was an Arsenal fan. So, Thierry Henry specifically, actually, I enjoyed his game. His that speed and everything. And also, I think I watched a lot more Premier League games going forward. I don't know whether it's channels we had, but I ended up having to watch a lot more Arsenal than La Liga. I think that kind of what fully transformed me from Barcelona to Arsenal. But I've always been a Premier League Arsenal fan and a La Liga Barcelona fan.
That's actually very common. I have a lot of friends who are like, this is my club, but I have a club I support for La Liga, which is interesting because I've not seen anybody say I'm an Arsenal fan, but I am a League One PSG fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm a Serie A AC Milan fan. Okay, so
I started watching League One later after Neymar moved from Barcelona to PSG.
Yes.
Then I started watching League One.
But I'm saying like it's always English and Spanish clubs.
Yes.
When you see, especially it's TV, right? Exactly. So I was like coverage.
And just like I was saying before, it's actually the kind of coverage that we had access to. Before now, Spanish La Liga, especially when Cristiano Ronaldo moved to La Liga. Spanish La Liga was, I think at that point, the top Premier League as the best league in the world. Do you understand? And then after he left, and Messi left, he just dropped to, I don't know if he's dead now. So that particular time pushed a lot of people to be watching La Liga. Like
Ronaldo moved to La Liga.
Exactly.
When I started,
so there was now that coverage, that investment. There was so many investment that went there towards that time, you know.
Everybody in our class had either Madrid or Barcelona. No matter what,
you had to have one.
Exactly, you must have one.
That is true. Also, because like of all the people that I've heard that have, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm this. It's always Real Madrid or Barcelona. I've never heard Atletico. I've never heard Girona. I've never heard any other team. It's either was one of those two. Interesting.
There's one smaller factor as well. I think social media has also done something else. You know that I spoke about like wanting to go to school. Like after watching I want to go to school and banter people. I think over time it became social media. So after watching them, I want to see what people are saying about it.
Completely agree. In fact, it's peer pressure that made me start faking that I liked football, and then eventually I started liking it. Because back to this story of how you grew up, right? Like my dad was never a big football. Like if his friends were visiting and there was a big Nigerian match, Super Eagles, he would watch. And I remember, that's why I remember him. I just have this memory in my mind of my dad, just because he had this thing where he just put his hand behind his head, just be like, go. I just remember, seeing that so many times. But he was never a Premier League or any of those things. In fact, we never even got those things. We didn't have the channels. And so I remember in, I think maybe JS3, going to school and people were just saying Chelsea, Arsenal. In my mind, I was like, wait, what are these things? Then somebody now said Manchester United. The name just sounded, big. Exactly. It sounded bigger than Arsenal or Chelsea, just one word. So when it was my turn, I said Manchester United, of course. Exactly. And I only knew one name. Everybody was talking about one guy not called Rooney. Rooney. So the moment they told me, I said, I love Rooney now, Manchester United. I did not know Shimbai. And even after then, I couldn't watch the matches because we didn't have the channels at home. My parents won't let you just go away, go and start going to visit somewhere to watch match. And so I just faked until I got to uni. I remember the match that made me, it was that Champions League final, Chelsea Man U. The one that I think it was either Terry or Anelka that lost the last penalty. Terry. That was the game that I was like, I did not know I had this in me. Because I remember we watched it there's this place in the hostel where it's like a bar. They call it Maracana. Guy.
I think I've heard of that actually.
Bro, the atmosphere, people wanted to beat, people were punching, I was shocked. I remember I was raking for one guy that I don't even know. Then the next day I saw the guy in off school, which is where like our classes are. And it was like we just passed ourselves. I'm like, wait, I recognize this guy from somewhere. The energy was wild. And then I was like, wait, this can actually be a problem. And then I remember just going from then on. But if I talk about like international matches, of course, patriotically, I just love Super Eagles. But the thing that did it for me was the African Nations Cup we won. That final where we beat, I think, Burkina Faso.
2013. Yeah, Petropa.
I watched this one. I saw that Sunday Mba scored the goal. I watched that game in Abuja. Bro, I remember that game because we didn't go to shop that day. It was in the afternoon. And the moment Sunday Mba scored,
Still going, it's in! Sunday Mba! Nigeria break through 6 minutes before half-time.
I ran outside the gate and people had also come out from their houses. They were outside the gate. We were hugging ourselves. I have never met these people before. It was wild. Like I was hugging strangers. We were carrying ourselves up. And I had never met them before. I never met them again after that game. But that was, for me, that was when football actually started meaning more. I didn't need to fake anymore. I actually realized, okay, I love this game and I enjoy it.
Or is it drug?
Bro, listen, you have to be very careful. You just go with football.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Honestly.
Mic check 1 2.